Alright guys, so we're here with Eric Pickle of Smoked Pickle BBQ here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So he invited me over here to do some consulting this weekend, and then we're also doing some cool stuff.
We're trimming quite a bit of briskets and cooking for the Tennessee football team on Sunday, and then we're doing a boatload of pork belly and some other items for tailgates for about 1,400 people tomorrow. Joe to work while he's here.
It's gonna be fun though. We got a couple things going on, and right now before we get started, we're gonna go through a little bit of a trim tutorial for Cody, one of your newer guys. Yep. And yeah, so we're just gonna get a little behind the scenes of some prep, some cooking, hopefully some football going on as well.
Yeah, it makes it all Joe's favorite things, right? This is what I'm doing. This is kind of the hardest one to figure out. So when you got this much left, you flip it over to see kind of what's there, and then go back to shaving it.
For what, the top fat or?
Yeah, just right here, the top fat that's on his back side.
Yeah.
Then flip it over, and if you got to shave.
Pretty much, yeah. We get a shot of this Bojangles right here, man. This is the most important shot of the day, honestly. You guys know how much I love Popeyes, so when I'm coming down here, super excited for this one. Thanks to Cody for picking this up this morning.
Yeah, no problem.
Didn't even know they had breakfast.
And the bow rounds.
Bow rounds?
Bow rounds, that's what they call them. And the box here has some blueberry biscuits in it. They're delicious.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love it. It's fried chicken. What is this? I'm excited. Wow, you can actually see the spice in there.
Yeah. One bite, everybody knows the rules.
Well, I'm taking two. So something like this, though,
yeah.
I would say I would probably, this is something that I always try to cut out.
Take it out.
But sometimes it's like really far
in it.
At that point, I'll just leave it in just because you don't want to cut that lean like halfway through.
Okay.
But usually if that's the case and I know that it's there and something that I'm worried about, it's one that I'll kind of keep my eye on. I'll make sure it's not in a hot spot, because if you cook it too hot, it'll get a little bit too crumbly.
This is a new guy working with you guys, or is he teaching you?
Joe's teaching us.
So Joe's the master.
Joe's the master.
Don't overthink it. We know that we have to take off this portion right here. So just start here and just cut. As long as your angle the angle of your knife isn't going down when we're cutting into the brisket, and we're just taking off that fat, like we can always come back to it later. Let's start with the lean right here. Just because we want to see, once we take this off, we want to see how much overhang there is, because we don't want to take off too much and have it be a little bit too short on the top side. But it's kind of hard for us to grab, but now that we kind of see it, like we have this kind of layer of fat, so we can kind of take that same cut with the mohawk, and we just want to take off just that bit here. We want to end it right there. Like everything is just about exposing stuff until we feel comfortable with all of our cuts, you know what I mean? Like that's really what it is. What parts can we take off in huge chunks and still feel comfortable doing it? You picked the fattiest brisket that
you picked that one.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to run the roll off too, so.
Oh.
We're gonna put some pork belly
at some point.
The most important part.
The most important. We doing the whole thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Does a bear poop in the woods? Whatever they print this on must be highly flammable.
I use fire starters with my Korean newspaper. This is just for flavor. It's not to start the fire, dude.
Because we fished about 8 or 9, didn't we?
That's right.
Served them about. No, it's probably closer to 20. What's rude is when you get as low as we can't get this to ribs.
moisture wicking off, and you know, whether it's too much or not enough, and like it starts to look almost like too wet, especially with briskets because there's so much moisture in there. You have to expel that moisture, but also you have to wick it off, right, to kind of create that bark. And that's the reason why I don't spritz often, just because I don't feel like you need to, because it's already pulling out so much moisture.
It could be good in the end.
It's gonna have a lot of liquid pull out anyway, so you want to see that. Or when you look at one brisket compared to all the other ones, it kind of tells you more about that specific one because it looks much different, right? If we're looking at like,
I think I trimmed that one.
it's all good. You can see also while it's cooling, it's dripping off, but it's not refilling. So that's a good sign. It's not crispy though. Like it's still as dense as all the rest of the brisket is. We want to put all the briskets in a spot where they'll be close to finishing as evenly as possible. Rotation it's not always necessary, but as we were just watching them, because they're different sizes, what we actually think is true, right? Is it actually true that back is hotter? We're testing by putting the bigger ones back there to see if it catches up with the other ones. And if it does, then that's kind of something else that we kind of catalog as we kind of cook like in the future. Well, maybe for this particular smoker, you know, maybe we can put bigger ones in the front row and also the back row and have smaller ones in the middle.
How much of it, with like the bigger ones in Texas, how much of it is they've got various smokers for volume versus maybe a little bit of volume and to have different ones for different?
You kind of have that many smokers because you have to. It doesn't matter if I have 5 of the same smokers from the same place. Some of them are just going to cook better. Yeah, because you're cooking so much volume and you're cooking the same cut on all of them, you start to understand what works better in certain spots.
We're not scorching these things, and we've been running, you know, I mean,
like we've been talking about we talked about it yesterday too. I mean, the difference between a fully insulated firebox and a semi, and also cooking between a 250 and a 500. Like there's just a lot of factors that go on, and the thickness of the metal of your pit. It needs a little bit more time to get the internal up, especially the row that just moved it back. That seems to be a little bit behind. We want to get more convection in that firebox. Like not necessarily need more heat because I think our temp is good. But we just need more.
We need a bigger cold, but we need to build a cold.
Let's say I'm working up POS. You're working the block right here. Normally we have 3 people. So like butt to butt.
Yeah, that's part of the problem is you're butt to butt.
So
and getting into that warmer's a pain in the ass.
Right. So worst case scenario is it's 2 people. 3 people it's easy, right? So if I'm taking this order, all the meats and everything can be cut on that block over there, right? I can scoop sides while still be able to interact with customers. Like pickles, onions, your paprika, tahini, and the sauce cups right here. So
the finishing.
We're building. You come over here, whoever's doing the POS here, still talking, still dressing. Everyone's like, ooh, everything's being varnished up. It's like more pretty. And then it's boom, it's right here.
Push it out.
That way, that person can kind of still do their own thing, while here it's like, I'm in my own world, they're in their own world, and then everything is like, the person is still close enough to kind of see everything that's happening.
Yeah, I think you're right. I would like to keep the mess contained in one area instead of having to clean that up. And also walking with meat, like, it sucks. It would be better to be able to cut stuff here. I'm out of the way of building them there.
This is kind of cutting off like for the 2-person station, right?
Yep.
And if you have a sides person, then it's really just here to here.
Yeah.
And this person just stays in their own section the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've worked a register and a block, and the one times that I feel like I felt unprofessional when I always had to ask the customer again. Like, hey,
did you say 2 pounds? Yeah.
2 pounds for the cutter out, just to make sure that when the order is finished, they can kind of get it. Is to repeat that word to your customer. Once they go through everything, say, is there anything else? Like, no, that's it. Like, okay, like, let me just repeat that word to you. The one thing that it does is, even though they don't need to hear it again, it slows down the experience for the customer in a good way, where the wait time isn't as long for them giving you an order than getting it, because they're still probably in the process of cutting it while you're repeating the order, so it's twofold.
Yeah.
They missed it and they get to hear it again, or the customer still feels like they're part of that interaction while it's still being made. Before it's time to finish.
That's right.
The thing about the market style, slicing brisket, all that kind of stuff, is an interaction between the person and the season, right? but it gets really awkward when the order is really large and they're just standing there. You can only do an off for so long until they're like, this is weird and what do I do?
Yeah.
I just want to get my food and go.
Yeah.
Pork belly going on some burn ends tomorrow. Ready.
Looks good.
You gotta cook more tomorrow.
About twice as much.
Never ends.
It never ends.
Briskets are almost done too. Like this one right here, if you feel for it, it's still kind of dense, right? Like you felt earlier.
Yeah.
Crispy, it's done, but it still kind of has that bounce to it, which to me tells me like, look, it's finished, but because this is tight, it can still take more. This brisket right here is an example of one where, like, are you willing to risk taking the time to soften this up to hopefully it gets there without overcooking this part?
Right. This one's good to go.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yep, yep. We're on the same page. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We got the top racks in.
I already cooked.
Look at you, Johnny on the Elgato. No. What are we not doing today is the question. Day whatever this is. We're putting on ribs, baby backs and spares this morning. Crap ton of pork belly to make pork belly burn ends. We're gonna run wings on the direct fire cooker. All potato salad already pre-made. Make some macaroni, some jalapeno corn. We just put corn on the 500. Organize it, move it all together, and move it down to campus. Feed 1,400 people. Yeah. Got 3 tailgates, 1,400 people total. We're gonna be there all day, so we'll go to the game and then get up, probably get home at midnight and get up, serve the football team tomorrow, and then we finally get a little bit of a break, I think.
Sounds good.
For a little while.
I'm sorry, John.
No, keep it authentic.
You gotta feel the stress and anxiety here still. There should be some extra chafers. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get. That looks good.
An Our Lady Ball Booster Collective. These collectives are here to serve.
Stay on the turf.
Alright guys, so that's the end of this video, and I think I accidentally deleted my original ending to the video, which is why I'm doing this on my phone right now. But I just wanted to say, if you guys are interested in consulting, whether it be online through like a Zoom video or an in-person, feel free to email me at knoxavbarbecue@gmail.com. From there, whatever questions you may have for me about the process, I can answer those for you there. And the really cool thing is, in the last couple of days since I posted the video of my conversations with Eric and Cody, I actually gotten a handful of people who have reached out to me saying like, wow, I'm so happy that you're doing this, which is great. You know, I'm glad that, you know, I'm filling in a need for some people who are looking for some help. So if you guys are new to barbecue or have been doing pop-ups for a while and you just want to get your food better, or maybe you just need a second set of eyes just to look at your processes and just the way things flow and to make sure that it's streamlined so it's easiest as possible, definitely reach out to me and let me know what issues you guys are currently running into. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one.